Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people at Shut Door, or Door Shutter, coming back to you with episode 13 of the T.A.C. SMP. And today we are down in the resource generation area. I've been working on getting a little bit of stuff set up here, and we're going to kind of move towards all of the AE2 stuff we need to get done. So let's grab a controller. So let's look at applied controller, and we should just be able to grab one of these. Okay. I've got the power stuff set up, and what we need to do now is kind of figure out how we want to break blocks. So I think we need to kind of filter a lot of things. So how many do I have? So I've set up the backpacks and inner chest here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 in total. Blacklist. Actually, I don't think we want to blacklist anything, because I think we just need to filter this, right? We need to filter this chest. Let's put this down a few more blocks. Oh, come on, break it. Because what I think, yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay, so let's put this chest here, like we had it. Let's do an item pipe. Let's grab a diamond backpack. And then let's disconnect that end. Do this. And what we'll do is we'll allow, nearest first, doesn't matter. We'll allow fluorite, yellowite. I need to make sure these ores actually drop raw pieces too. So, yellowite. I think this actually needs to be smelted. Let's see. Mending efficiency. Okay, so yes, you need to be smelted. Do we have an auto smelt? Auto smelt. Smelt? We have one from Cyclic, but I don't think I've even seen this. Ooh, we got something. What is this? Falling Anvil. Oh, okay, yeah, that's not gonna work for anything. Alright, let's go back upstairs real quick. I don't think I have anything with auto smelt, because I think for some reason auto smelt is like stupid with the fact that you have to get it from dungeons. Because we have like one level. Because I'm trying to think, do we just want to have that filtered into a certain area? That might not be the worst option, but I think for right now we're just going to avoid it. So fluorite. That should break. Yeah, okay. So fluorite can go. Let's grab a piece of fluorite out of here. And we'll put this piece of yellow right back in here. And we'll do this. So fluorite should go bye-bye. Okay. Now we have lead, osmium, nickel, iridium chunks, and bauxite. And I think what we're going to do with this is just straight up smelt it, right? So we actually can just straight up use this stuff. Okay. So I think what we'll have is like a sublayer, which is where the blocks are being broken. So let's kind of just clear this out here. Because remember, at the end of the day, we are trying to make a Industrial Foregoing's ore doubling system. Or ore processing system, I think, is a better sum of that. But yeah. So let's go right about here. And let's clear out a little bit above our head. And we'll break everything that can be broken. But we're also going to void some stuff too. So I kind of wish pipes had a filter on the end. Like a filter on, yeah, at the end of the pipe, so you could actually filter out certain items. But we don't have that. So we're going to have to figure that one out. Okay. So think what we'll do is we'll say here we want to have osmium, lead, nickel, iridium. Iridium, does that actually have... Okay, it does. Bauxite, let's check, make sure. Okay. So, let's go filter. I think that's all I had, right? And then what we'll do is we'll have the washing factories actually be right here. And let's just take out the center block. And then, of course, we'll need to power these, which isn't going to be that difficult. Actually, if we wanted to, let's do this a little bit smarter. At pipes, let's grab a universal pipe. Let's put one up, just so this actually does receive power and doesn't have any interference issues. So that, and then here, let's go this one. Okay. And then we'll need to get liquid meat. Just toggle that. And so this should start producing. Of course, we don't have any upgrades in here. But you should see that we are producing raw ore meat, which is the lead version. Which I don't know why I didn't say that, but it's okay. And then look up the raw ore meat. Which then it can become, in the fermentation station, become fermented ore meat. Which then can become the dust variation through using sand. Okay? So that's kind of where we're going with that. Let's see. So let's get some add-ons here. And yes, I have a lot of add-ons in here because we are going to be, of course, putting all of these in the laser drills once we get there. Okay. So that should pick up pretty quickly. And then the output, we're going to push to the front. And we're going to grab a fermentation station. This right here. Okay. And then... Actually, yeah, let's just get rid of this. Because I think we're going to have that issue anyway, so we might as well just have flux points. So at pipes, energy pipe. Okay. And then here is the important part. Do this to 5 times. Which then makes catalyst... Ooh. We don't have that set up yet, do we? Do I? I genuinely can't remember. Hold on. It's been a minute since I've actually played on the server, in all honesty. I thought we had ether gas production. Do I not? I like, that's my problem, is I legitimately can't recall. No, I don't. I only have pink slime, which is fine. I just needed to remember. Because I went and played FTB Skies all the way through, and then I kind of stopped playing anything else for a little while. So we could do 5 times if we had ether gas, which we do not. So let's go here, okay, which is pink slime, so I'll have to go grab the ender tank for that. But 4 times is fantastic. I don't really care. So yeah, let me go grab the pink slime tank, and I'll be right back. Alrighty. So we've got the pink slime tank here. So we're just going to do that. And this should now be working. So let's actually grab more add-ons. I guess I just need to keep a 16 stack on me. For each. Okay. And then, of course, remember, whenever you do this, though, it does increase the time. So the more X you want, the longer it's going to take. Okay? And we'll do seal when full is okay. I think. Because basically what this does is it prevents the actual thing from inputting any longer, I believe. So, okay, so then output here, we're going to want the washing station. No, not the washing station. What is next? Hold on, let me make sure. I just don't want to get this wrong. So fermented is the fluid sieving machine. Okay, so fluid sieving machine, this thing right here. And then this requires sand. Let's see. I just want to verify. Gonna keep verifying stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, just any kind of sand in here produces the dust. So sand. I think we have a sand chicken, don't we? Let's run to spawn real quick, because I'm just gonna take some more chickens. Yes, we have a sand chicken. So let's go back. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna grab a roost. Because I'm okay with if we can make this like a little bit simpler with chickens. Okay. So what we can do is we could actually get rid of this pipe, replace it with a universal pipe, do this, and then here we just have a roost with sand chickens, and we can export, and then nothing should be able to go in here or here because this is not even connected. And then of course let's do that. And then up here, we should see that things are being produced into lead dust, which is fantastic. All right. So this is pretty cool. And now we should be able to get all the lead dust we want. So now I want to grab... I probably want to have its own independent flux point just so we don't have interruptions of sand flowing in here. So let's do flux point. Let's just disconnect that. And then power surge this. So now we just need to smelt the dust. Okay? That's our end goal here. So let's grab a smelting factory, which I have a few of because I was messing around with something. And then on the down... Yeah, let's clear this. So back is input, top is output. And then here, output, push on the front. Okay, and then let's grab some upgrades for mech. Okay. And then that should start smelting everything. And that is fantastic. Okay. So this is the ore smelting system, or the ore doubling system, or quadrupling, or 5 timesing system. And it's pretty darn cool. Okay. We are definitely going to need more than one of these. That's always a thing because it takes so long to actually produce anything. And I think originally I was going to do just 4 of these. But I think I want to try and get 6 of these, which means that I'm going to basically put another set here, another set here, another set here, and then maybe in the future we'll do 8, which is that direction and that direction. But I think for right now, 6 of these should be fine. And of course, we'll have our own independent smelting and everything like that because we don't really want to bother with anything else like that. So, yeah, this is working, ladies and gentlemen. This is a fully functioning ore doubling. But yeah, we want to get this going faster because we want to be able to make sure that we are pushing all of this ore out of here quick enough. So yeah, let me be back. I'm going to work on getting more of these washing factories, fermentation stations, fluid sieving machines, smelting factories, all of that stuff. And I'll see you guys in a second. Alrighty, so I've got all 6 of these placed down here, and it's working, you know, pretty decently. Oh, this is going to be an issue. Yeah, so this is like producing way too much. So I might need to make more fluid sieving machines and then have those producing. And I forgot to set this to 4 times. That's okay. I ain't really worried about losing a little bit of resources here. I did set these already. But yeah, you can see that there's going to be this issue where it's like, hey, we're on nickel, so you need to be producing nickel, but you're not because you're on the old stuff. So let's actually grab 4 more fluid sieving machines. Actually, I kind of want to grab another one, but I don't think I won't have a way to get this middle one. And you probably are producing something else. So well, that's not even going to work. So the problem with this is, and I think I messed this up, so I'm going to have to go back and change this, is that we need this to basically be the exact same every time. Like if it can't send 8, I believe. Let me see. Hold on. It's so it needs to have 4 full buckets. 4 full buckets or half. So if it's 100 per bucket, we'd need 40 pieces of ore to actually produce this properly. So what I think I need to do is only send 40. So we prevent this from happening again. So let's actually take this out for a second. This was just an oversight on my part, so that's okay. We'll get it figured out. If we have to clear this stuff, we have to clear it, but that's okay. Alright, so let's just quickly toss this into a bag. Doesn't really matter. Get it out of our inventory. And I gotta figure a way to do this without messing everything up. So I think laser nodes. Okay. Let's grab our card holder. Wherever that is. This right here. So on the down direction, we want to grab overclockers just in case. So down, overclockers, extract. We'll do every 10 seconds. Or every 10, yeah. Every 10 ticks, that's fine. Okay, so let's experiment with this one right here. And let's just do the middle one. So what I want to do is insert stock, regulate. Okay. So is there a way... Hold on. So let's go down. So let's try stock. Let's regulate. And then here, let's do insert. I know there's got to be a way to do this. All right, so what we are going to do is we're just going to end up doing a counting filter. So what we'll have, for example, is just grab 40 of an item, throw it in here, and then whenever we do insert, it will look for that item, of course, and only produce it whenever we have 40. Or it'll only input 40. Okay? So on the down direction, let's make sure we have exact. Let's go here. So 40 of this, and it'll only input 40. It should not import more or less. Okay? And then let's grab a tank. Just grab a mechanism tank. That ain't gonna hurt nobody. Okay. And that should clear that. Almost, apparently. Why is it not? There it goes. Okay. So now that should produce. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to want to grab another tank. Let's just do mech tank, just because that's going to be the easiest tank to grab. Okay, and then here, cannot fill or drain. I don't really want to break this, but I might need to. We don't have a gauge dropper, do we? Because I don't even think gauge droppers will work here. No. Okay. Only other option is breaking it. Okay, and then here we'll do 5 times, or 4 times. Right? And then output here. Okay, what are you doing? Oh, it's just taking a second. So let's put our upgrades back in here. And that will give us 40 or a full tank every time. Okay? That's the goal. So when we put 40 in here, that'll equal 1 full tank. You could do 20, but that is going to be just double time basically for this. So the seal when full, I mentioned it briefly a second ago. It is basically whenever the tank is full or half full or a bucket full, you can seal this and it will start producing the fermented ore meat. The fermented ore meat cannot be produced unless that's the case. So we need to make sure that we do that. Okay. And then we're going to have to kind of duplicate this whole idea multiple times. So let's actually get my inventory cleared out a little bit here so I can kind of do this a little bit easier, and I will be back. So I'm going to do this with every raw ore that we have. Even if we aren't able to get it right now, we probably will in the future. So I want to make sure we have all that. So let me do that, and I will be right back with you guys. Okay, so this should all be fixed. Um, yeah, I just completely forgot about doing the 40. And everything should be fine. And it looks like this did not do something correctly. What did you do? Why do you have excess? The bad thing is you can't tell what raw ore meat is in here until it gets to the very end. So this is nickel, but for some reason the nickel isn't going to be wasn't full. So let's just empty this tank. So this actually has a full round in it. So if we wanted to, we could say input here, put, I think I just screwed that all up. So never mind. Whoops. That's okay. Does this one have a full round? No. So let's get bucket mode off. Let's just clear it with a gauge dropper. So now we got clear tanks. Perfect. And hopefully this stuff shouldn't break. You, for some reason, now only have 100 millibuckets in here. What in the world did just happened? It was working fine for a second. Yeah, see, now this has got 1,000 in it. Okay. And now the issue is we don't have enough stuff in here to actually do anything with, which is fine, because now I should be able to clear out a lot of this stuff fully. Yeah, so this should be good. So I'm kind of wondering what happens when this finishes, even though it's got a full ore, fermented ore tank here. Because I'm pretty sure it ferments all at once. So let's watch this. Let's just watch this real quick. Oh, so okay, yeah, that's why. So this actually looks like it's the same, but this has 32,000 millibuckets. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I didn't read the fact that it had 32,000 millibuckets in here. It's kind of strange that it does, and it doesn't look at an ounce difference than the other one, but that's okay. Um, so yeah, that should be good. We have a full tank in there, none in there, none in there, none in there, and then none in here. So we need to get rid of this after this fermented ore is gone, and then here we need to get rid of this as the fermented ore is gone. So how we do this, we'll just do it on this one, is break this, waste a little bit of pink slime. There's not much I can do about it. And we'll set this back to 4 times, and then we'll do the exact same thing on this one. And then set this back to 4 times. And then output, make sure we're pushing. Output, push. And then that should be good. So this is completed, up here at least. Now what we need to do is kind of start figuring out how we want to go about the rest of this. So I'm actually going to remove coal ore. I was thinking about just processing it, but I think what I'll do is avoid it. We don't need coal. We really don't. So let's grab an entangled block and a trash can. And you know what? Let's go for some item transporters. This thing right here. These are actually pretty cool. These are from Industrial Foregoing. And let's grab a cobblestone block. So we're going to put the entangled block here. Kind of make it look a little nice here. Not all jumbled together. We're going to grab this. We're going to set this. We're going to do the item transporter here. And we're going to want to filter out some things, right? So emerald, glowstone, diamond, those look good for right now. So we're just going to turn on whitelist. We're just going to put these in here. And then we're going to put the trash can on top. Grab another item transporter. Put that here. Click with this. Nope, not shift right click apparently, because that'll just get rid of it, which is good to know. So then we'll do that. And then let's grab some add-ons. So speed, efficiency, nothing else works. So speed, efficiency, and that should be good. Okay. And let's grab coal as well. All right. And then that way, we shouldn't have anything in this chest that doesn't seem properly needed. Okay. And then let's actually quickly update all of this because I just didn't have enough osmium. Actually, I didn't even think I had osmium in here a second ago, so that's a good thing we have it now. Okay. So osmium. And then let's get to block breaking. What can we do with yellowite besides just smelt it? Is there anything we can do with this? You can do the mechanism stuff. Okay. So no, just smelt it, basically. That's what I'll do. I'll just smelt it. Okay. So lapis can come down here. And let's grab some stack upgrades. For this backpack. And there's nether quartz, so let's avoid that. I just keep trying to shift click in there. You can't shift click. All right. And now we're getting some other goodies that we want to avoid. You can't even scroll into this either. It's very similar to Thermal's filter. Oop, more stuff. Okay. And it seems like we are clearing this out pretty good. It looks like we may not have lead filtered. So let me get that done, and then we'll move on to the block breaking. All right, there's still some weird issues with this whole system, where it just like it sends in 40, but it seems to not get just exactly 4,000. So here, for some reason, there's 4,300 in here. It shouldn't be that case, but for some reason that is the case. And this is silver. So let's look at silver. Let's investigate. So raw silver breaks down into 100, okay? So that's correct. And then this breaks down into 100, 200. Okay? It doesn't matter which one we go with now. And then that goes into a dust. So I don't know where in the world this extra 300 just came from. It should only send 40. That's for fine store, or that's with this. Doesn't matter about how much I transfer. Okay. So that looks right. We don't have any sitting around in here. So we've got like a full tank in there. This one's about to produce. There we go. So yeah, it's just that. I don't understand what's happening. Genuinely, no idea. And I think what we could do if we wanted to is just have a washing machine for each type of ore, raw ore, which I mean might not be the worst option to just prevent this from happening. Um, I think that's what might happen. Um, so how many ores do we have? Here's the question. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we have 6, and we could add 2 more at the end caps. Right? So washing, fermentation, fluid, smelting. Same thing here. Okay, let's do that. Let's add 2 more sets of these machines, and I'm going to make them specifically for certain ores. So that way we're preventing um, any issues. This might cause an issue where we do have too many at the end of the day, but I'm okay with that, where it takes a little bit of time to get them out. We also do need to figure out what we're doing with yellowite. I think we have uranium, right? Like we are pulling uranium. So what we could just do is straight up this. I'm not afraid to just void the yellowite. Just get it out of the way, right? Because uranium, we have it. So let's actually go in here and let's just take out... Yeah, see, this happened again over here. So let's just do this. So we're going to go for this one being... How do I just clear this? Is there a way to just clear it? Okay, so looks like control and then right click will remove them. And let's just keep going down the line. Okay. And if we have more ores, we could always just make it whiter a little bit. So that was bauxite on the last one. No, that was silver on the last one. Okay, we'll make the next one bauxite. It doesn't matter. Okay. And then I'll get the last two up here, and I'll be right back. Alrighty. So let's get to working on the block breaker. So I want to grab the items from the mining dimension and bring them over here. And we're going to just wrench this. Let's grab an upgrade here. Because we basically want to make sure we have all of the ores over here. But the problem is I think we also have a few ores that we don't want over here as well. So let's go home. And that should take a minute to transfer because there's quite a lot of ores. That's why I want to break them down. So let's go check here. So yeah, you can see because we've got uranite. So yellowite ore, resonating. Let's see. Copper. Nope, that's lead. Lead's fine. Deep slate silver, dimensional shard. Actually, I've got a few of these here. Hold on. So let's remove that. Remove appetite. Remove appetite. Okay. And then what we can do is we can grab things like iridium, bauxite, nickel, bauxite ore, nickel, fluorite, lead, osmium, tin, uranium, fluorite, lead, osmium, tin, uranite, or that's uranium itself. And then we can just add all of these. Let's make sure. Let's remove the ones I just added because I just added duplicates, I think. Okay. So those ores are fine. And then we'll let this clear out real quick and I'll be right back. All right, so we have every single ore we need right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a controller from Applied Energistics, right? We're going to take ours, the one we just made. We're going to grab a flux point because we need to power it. And we are going to place this, I think, right here. Because all we need to do is grab a storage bus, which requires an ME interface. So let's craft up the annihilation cores and everything here. We might as well craft up a few of these because we're going to need them. Okay. So ME interface. And then that gives us a ME storage bus. And we're just going to place that right here. And I think, let's just place this right closer. One block closer. And we'll get rid of that stuff. And then let's grab a cable. So Fluix ME cable here. And that should be good. So now our system technically has no storage other than this backpack. All right? Which means that when we break things, it will pull in or push into this. So let's get rid of that. So let's do extract only. So we have no place to put anything currently. We're going to fix that in a second. So let's grab what is called a dense cable. Let's see here. Yeah, I just want to do this. So let's grab that. And let's make this. So you could make a smart dense cable, but I'm just going to do this for right now because I'm not really concerned. Each one of these cables has 32 channels. By default, this cable here has 8. So we need to kind of counteract that a little bit because we're going to need a little bit more. Let's also grab some cable anchors. There we go. We already got some. And let's put one on each side of this. And then a normal Fluix cable here, a normal Fluix cable here. I don't know if I fully need to do this, but we're just going to do it just in case here. All right. And then we want to go down. Let's see. Did I not have any stone on me? I guess I threw it away. We want basically a core. What is it called? Applied plane. We want to grab formation planes. As many of these as we can. So we want to put one here. Yeah, we could just do that. One formation plane. We don't really need more than one. And then these do have like a filtering option. So we're gonna kind of need to do. Let's have like have this divided. I guess that'll work. Um. So let me get that filtered, and I'll be right back. All right. So I've got no idea. Um. For some reason, these just refuse to place, even though they shouldn't. This one's filtered. Nothing. So I'm guessing there is like some conflict with storage buses not working for formation planes. Not 100% sure. So we're gonna have to switch gears here, even though I really didn't want to do this. We're gonna have to kind of get a few things, and you can see I made a terminal to make sure I can see the items in here, which I can. So I'm not sure. So what I think we'll need to do is just grab a block placer. Let's use Industrial Foregoings. Let's just grab 16 of these. Oop, what am I out of? Droppers? Okay, I thought those were dispensers for a second. All right, and then the way I want to do this is probably cobblestone. Let's do the block placers here. Oh, you're going to be a pain, aren't you? All right, so we're just going to rotate this. I'll probably need crescent hammer wherever that is. It's at the end of my hotbar. Okay. And I'll just get these all placed real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got one of these set up, and what we're going to do now is grab the formation planes, which I don't think I've actually crafted all of them that I need. So 1, 2, 3. So we're just going to grab 4 for right now. Let's go /home. Let's run over to the enchantment setup so we can actually get the enchantments applied here. Because I think all my anvils have been thrown over here. And we're going to grab all 4 of these books. Hopefully we have enough levels here. Okay. And then that means we should have fortune on every one of these, which is fantastic. Max level fortune for what I could just grab. So let's pop down here. And we're just going to pop this on top of each one of these. The reason they weren't stacking, by the way, is because the enchantments were placed in a different order on one set. Okay. And then what we'll have is down here, we're going to put that, because I had a storage bus down here a minute ago, but we're going to put this on insert only. And we're going to grab a cable. Where is my cable? Right here. We're just going to go 1, 2, and that'll start this. This will not be the fastest. I chose the kind of slower option on block placers, but that's okay. I like how these work. So we're just gonna go with it. And then that should start, producing a lot of the zinc that we have in here. And of course, once we get these other ones going, we'll actually be a lot better off. So this is kind of like getting rid of ore, but if we wanted to, we could set up another miner or something, and that would allow for us to get a lot more. But we also still have to get all this stuff up here. I'm going to make sure we have a refined storage attachment as well, so we can just pull all of the ores out of our system. Basically clear our system full of ores, raw and non, so we can actually go from there. So yeah, that is going to do it for this episode of the T.A.C. SMP. But before we actually leave, let me actually talk to you real quick about the finishing up of AE2 stuff, because I didn't even talk about this, and I probably should have. Off camera, I went ahead and I finished up all the AE2 automation, which is the logic processor, engineering processor, calculation processor, which is what all of this stuff right here is, and the printed silicone here, which is being produced and then pushed over here, so that way we can produce all of these fantastic logic processors. Of course, all of this stuff should be either on or off. We aren't really making enough printed silicone, but we're not using this enough to really matter. I think I have a cap of 3,000 on here, so these two should actually be off. But it's okay. It'll turn off sooner or later. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I did enjoy this episode. We are getting closer to having full resource automation. Between this episode and next, I will be working on getting all of the laser drills up and going, so that way we have just insane production. The only thing I know is going to happen is we're not going to be able to keep up with the amounts of production sooner or later. With the influx of me breaking ores, we already are not able to. So we're going to have to kind of figure that out, whether that be more washing machines, or washing machines, fermentation stations, and fluid sieving machines. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you guys so much for watching another fantastic episode of this SMP. I have been having a blast today. Thank you. Stay awesome. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.